In this video, we're going to uncover all of the secrets of Mars, from its towering volcanoes to its thin atmosphere. And along the way, we'll answer some burning questions like, why is Mars red and does it have any life? Get ready to blast off on an epic journey through space because we're going to explore everything there is to know about the red planet. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our amazing videos. But for now, let's get started. Here are 12 incredible facts about Mars that will blow your mind. Number 12. Take a closer look at this high-resolution image of Mars and you'll see that it's covered in a variety of different land formations. The dark areas are made up of volcanic rock, while the lighter areas are mostly made of sedimentary rock. And if you look closely, you'll see that there are also a lot of craters on the surface of Mars. These craters are the result of asteroids and meteoroids crashing into the planet over time. Some of the craters are small while others are huge, but they all tell us something about the history of Mars and its place in the solar system. For example, one of the largest craters on Mars is named Hellas Planitia, and it's thought to be the site of one of the largest impacts in the solar system's history. Impact created a crater that is over 2,000 kilometers wide and 7 kilometers deep. It's so large that it can be seen from Earth with the naked eye. Another interesting feature of Mars's surface are the long, winding valleys known as canyons. One of the most famous canyons in the solar system is Valles Marineris, which is located on Mars. Valles Marineris is truly a sight to behold, stretching over 4,000 kilometers across the planet and reaching depths of up to 7 kilometers. But the thing that really makes Valles Marineris stand out is its sheer scale. To put it into perspective, if you were to replace the Grand Canyon with Valles Marineris, the latter would stretch from New York to Los Angeles and still have room to spare. Talk about an epic view. Imagine standing on the edge of Valles Marineris and looking down into its vast depths. You'd feel like you were on top of the world. So if you ever get the chance to visit Mars, make sure to check out this amazing canyon. 11. Now let's zoom in even further to take a closer look at some of the smaller details. What do you see? Of course, Olympus Mons, the tallest mountain in the solar system. Standing at a staggering 22 kilometers high, this massive shield volcano is almost 3 times taller than Mount Everest. But that's not all. Look around and you'll see that Olympus Mons is not alone. There are many other volcanoes in this region, including Olympus Mons, Phobos Mons, and Valles Mons. Together they form a massive volcanic complex that is truly awe-inspiring. Just imagine the power it must have taken to create these massive mountains. The sheer scale of Olympus Mons and its neighboring volcanoes is truly humbling. You can't help but feel like a tiny speck of dust in the face of such immense natural beauty. 10. Here's another stunning image of Valles Marineris, but this time we've added a few extra details to help you get your bearings. First, take a look at the arrows pointing out the different sections of the canyon. We've got the inner gorge, the middle ground, and the outer gorge. Each of these sections is unique and has its own distinct features. But what really makes this image stand out are the added points of reference. We've included the size of a football field, a city block, the height of the Eiffel Tower, and the depth of the Grand Canyon. When you compare Mars's Valles Marineris to these more familiar landmarks, you realize just how truly epic it is. Valles Marineris is truly a sight to behold. Its vastness is hard to overstate, and its colorful layers of rock provide a glimpse into the planet's turbulent past. Number 9. Here's a mind-blowing fact about Mars. The planet's polar ice caps contain enough water to cover the entire surface of Earth in a layer that's nearly 18 meters deep. That's right. All of that frozen water is just sitting at the top of Mars waiting to be explored. But wait, there's more. Mars also has seasonal ice caps that appear and disappear with the planet's changing seasons. These ice caps can be as much as 30 meters thick and cover an area larger than the United States. Talk about a winter wonderland. And the best part is that we have incredible images of these Martian snowcaps, thanks to NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter. In this photo, you can see the seasonal ice cap at the top of the planet's south pole. It looks like a giant white blanket covering the red Martian landscape. What a view! But don't be fooled by its seemingly unchanging appearance. These ice caps are constantly shifting and evolving, expanding and contracting with the seasons and revealing new and exciting features every time. Who knows what secrets they're hiding beneath their icy surfaces? Number 8. Phobos and Deimos, Mars's 2 moons. may be small, but they're definitely worth checking out. They're super close to Mars, which means they appear pretty big in the Martian sky. Phobos is the bigger of the two moons, and it's only about 6,000 kilometers away from Mars. Meanwhile, Deimos is a bit smaller and hangs out about 23,000 kilometers from the planet. So if you were hanging out on Mars and wanted to catch a glimpse of these moons, you'd need a pretty powerful telescope. Both moons are irregularly shaped, which gives them a kind of potato-like appearance. And they've got some seriously cool names. Phobos is named after the god of war's twin brother, who was known for his swiftness and cunning. Meanwhile, Deimos is named after the god of war's father, who was known for his strength and courage. These names are fitting for the moons of a planet that has been associated with war and conflict throughout human history. But despite their somewhat ominous names, Phobos and Deimos are actually pretty fascinating objects to study. By learning more about these moons, scientists can gain a better understanding of the formation and evolution of the solar system. 7. Let's take a quick trip back in time to see some of the incredible images captured by some of the very first missions to Mars. First up, we've got Mariner 4, which launched in 1964 and captured the first close-up images of the red planet. Next, we've got Mariner 9, which orbited Mars in 1971 and captured even more incredible images, including the first map of the planet's surface. Then there's Viking 1, which landed on Mars in 1976 and captured the first ever close-up images of the Martian surface. Finally, we've got Curiosity, which landed on Mars in 2012 and has been exploring the planet's surface ever since. These are just a few of the many incredible missions that have explored Mars over the years. Each one has brought us closer to understanding this mysterious planet and its potential for life. Number 6. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to witness a dust storm on Mars? Well, here's a visualization that gives you a sense of the scale and power of these amazing natural phenomena. The animation shows a dust storm moving across the surface of Mars, covering vast distances and lifting high into the planet's thin atmosphere. The swirling orange clouds obscure the surface below and create a truly mesmerizing display. And as the storm moves across the landscape, it picks up speed and intensity, creating towering dust clouds that reach hundreds of meters into the air. The visualization also shows how the dust interacts with the thin atmosphere of Mars, creating strange and beautiful cloud formations that swirl and eddy above the surface. If you've never seen a dust storm on Mars before, this visualization is sure to impress you. It's a reminder of the raw natural power that exists in our universe and the amazing discoveries that await us as we continue to explore it. Number 5. Mars is a planet full of surprises, from its towering volcanoes to its vast canyons and thin atmosphere. There's a lot to take in, so let's break it down with an infographic that covers all of the basics. First things first. Mars is known as the red planet due to its reddish appearance, which is caused by the high amounts of iron oxide or rust on its surface. The planet's core is mostly made of iron and nickel, while its mantle and crust are composed of silicate rocks and dust. But don't be fooled by its rocky exterior. Mars has a thin atmosphere that's mostly made up of carbon dioxide with traces of nitrogen, argon, and oxygen. And while Mars doesn't have a global magnetic field, it does have localized magnetic fields that are produced by the movement of its tectonic plates. But the most mind-blowing fact about Mars is that it has the tallest mountain in the solar system, Olympus Mons, which towers over the surface of the planet at a staggering 22 kilometers high. So buckle up and get ready to explore the red planet like never before. Number 4. Did you know that Mars and Earth are surprisingly similar in size? In this side-by-side image, you can see just how close they are in terms of diameter. The only real difference is the color. Mars is red and Earth is blue, but aside from their different hues, these two planets are actually quite similar. They both have roughly the same mass and density and are both terrestrial planets, made mostly of rock and metal. The biggest difference between the two planets is their atmosphere. Earth has a thick protective atmosphere that allows for liquid water to exist on the surface, while Mars has a thin, weak atmosphere that has long lost its ability to trap heat. Despite their similarities, Mars and Earth are very different in many ways. Their atmospheres, for example, are vastly different. and Mars is much colder than Earth. Nevertheless, the fact that these two planets are so similar in size is a fascinating coincidence that reminds us of the many wonders of our solar system. Number 3. As we continue our journey through space, let's take a moment to fade out the vibrant colors and dynamic landscapes of Mars. The channel logo emerges, inviting you to follow for more cosmic adventures. With a final call to action to follow, we leave you eager to join us on future explorations of the unknown. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more updates on all of our amazing videos.